right, let's now bring in my colleague Asha Mwilu, who's keeping an eye on the by-election that is expected to happen tomorrow in Kibwezi West. Of course, there are 3 candidates there, and the number of registered voters there stands at about 54,000. Let's see how the situation is like on the ground. Asha.
A very good evening to you. We have pitched camp at Kibwezi West constituency ahead of the by-election tomorrow. In this constituency, it will be a 3-horse race for the seat to represent the residents of Kibwezi West in the National Assembly. Those candidates will be on the ballot paper. That is KALEMBE NDILE of Tip Tip, Julianna Mumo, who is representing the PIC party, as well as Patrick, independent candidate. These are pictures from earlier on in the day, and that is Kibwezi Technical Institute Training College. This is the main tallying center of this constituency, and it's also the headquarters. Today, those are final preparations that were underway in this constituency ahead of the poll tomorrow, with polling clerks coming to collect their polling material for 164 polling stations, where up to 54,881 registered voters will be going from 6 a.m. up to 5 p.m. in the evening to cast their vote to elect their representative in the National Assembly. We did also see a heavy patrol of security officers that will also go to all these polling stations and later in the evening come to the tallying center here in Kibwezi near Makindu, just to make sure that security is tight and the place is secure. We do know that this by-election was occasioned by a petition that was filed by KALEMBE NDILE earlier on. Justice David Majanja at the Machakos Law Courts found that there were malpractices in the March 4th election. He did order for a recount in that poll and found out that KALEMBE NDILE did lead by up to 80 votes against Patrick MUSIMBA. IEBC Commissioner Mohamed Alawi, who is in charge of this constituency and will be here keeping track of what's happening in the poll tomorrow, did speak to us earlier on in the day, and this is what he had to say.
The exercise of this magnitude will always have challenges. Yes, we had our challenges, we have surmounted them. So where we are now, we are not foreseeing any hiccups. We have 2 systems that work together. We are going to use the electronic system that will be promptly after the counting, and the results will be relayed here. And they'll be also on in our internet, in our website, for anybody to see. And they're actually pinpointed where they are coming from.
In tandem with the Constitution, there was no campaigning today, as yesterday was the last and final day of campaigning here, and residents today were only gearing up and getting their electoral cards ready for that exercise that will kick off tomorrow morning. Of course, we have to go and get some night's sleep, and we'll catch up with you early in the morning, as early as 6 a.m. when Kibwezi West will be going back to the poll to elect the member of the National Assembly to represent them. Back to you in studio.